Just stand up, yeah, stand up. Stand up. We're down to seconds.
Mike.
All right, good evening, everyone. It's 6:30. I'll call this meeting to order. Will everybody please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we have two public hearings tonight. The first one is local law, amending Article 5, Section C6, 24 of the tax sale exemption. I will hand it over to Councilman Vicarello.
Roll call, Mr. Mayor?
Roll call, sure. We'll do that first.
Why not?
Jason Vicarello, first ward councilman, present.
Colin O'Connell, first ward councilman, present.
Maria Mazzaro, second ward council, present.
Michael Hockenberry, councilman at large, present.
Dominic Sigley's mayor present.
Jeffrey Rhodes, third ward council, present.
Gerald Doney, third ward councilman, present.
Jacqueline Dennison, fourth ward council, present.
Stan Siegel, fourth ward councilman, present.
Okay.
Frank, corporation council, present. Youth assistant corporation council, Peyton Miller.
Okay. And we will send it back to Councilman Vicarello. Back to you.
All right, local law number 3 amends Article 6, section C6-24. The tax sale redemption, we've gone over this a few times.
Sorry, Mr. Mayor, was there a motion to open the public hearing?
I was on my way
I
out.
make a motion to open the public
There you go.
hearing.
Second.
We just want to get to courts.
Yeah, we got to get to. I'm on a presentation, I'll be honest with you. All right, all those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries. So actually, we're going to do that. Can we hold off on the local laws? We don't want to bore you with the local laws. Let's get to the fun stuff. So we're going to start off tonight. I'd like to call our recreation director, John Fagione, up to the podium. And I'd also like to call our longtime employee, Mike Cordisco, up to the podium as well. Hey Stan, what do we do? Get right up front. There you go.
Hey, come on.
I'll just talk loud right now. Tonight we're here to present our longtime employee Mike Cordisco with a celebration in regards to his retirement. Mike is leaving us at the conclusion of this rec year, which has been another successful summer. And personally speaking, he's made my life easy. I know he's made John's life very easy. Mike not only is there providing leadership and coordinating events, but Mike also handles a lot of the little things for us. And to say that somebody's gonna walk into his shoes next summer is just simply not gonna happen. So John and I are gonna hope for the best with that. But John, I will turn it over to you, and then go from there. Any luck, Stan?
No.
Can everybody hear us if we just talk loud?
I'll just speak loud.
It's
That's fine.
perfect.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Appreciate it. Tonight, the rec department wants to recognize longtime seasonal employee Michael Cordisco. Mike has worked for the city and the recreation department for more than 40 years. He started as a playground supervisor, and for the last 30 years, he served as a senior playground supervisor and as my right-hand man. Over the years, Mike would lead the kids in activities like street hockey, basketball, softball, and more. Mike would assemble recreation equipment, do light repairs, and help out with West End Beach. If I ever needed something done, Mike would jump in and handle it. Mike was also a great mentor to many playground supervisors that worked under him that would eventually become teachers. For those who don't know who Mike is, I want to give you a little history. As a kid, Mike participated in this very recreation program. He attended and played softball and basketball at the health center, which is now known as Farnham Park. And he would ride his bike from playground to playground with his friends to participate in all the activities. As an adult, Mike played softball in the Port Jervis Men's Adult Softball League and was known for his pitching. One of the best modified fast pitch pitchers in the area, Mike played for about 30 years and eventually played with his son Alex when he was an adult. Mike was born and raised in Port Jervis and graduated from Port Jervis High School in 1978, along with his friends Ed and Lou Vanek. He played football and basketball in high school. He then attended SUNY Albany, playing football there, and he graduated in 1981. After college, Mike was a substitute teacher at the Elgin and Port Jervis school districts before being hired at Monticello as an elementary teacher, where he taught for more than 30 years. Mike retired from Monticello in 2019. Along the way, Mike coached football, baseball, and girls softball. Mike is currently the assistant coach of the Port Jervis High School varsity boys baseball team. In addition to the school sports, Mike also was a Pop Warner coach for 8 years, a Port Jervis Little League coach for 13 years, and served on the Port Jervis Little League board for many years. So on behalf of the Recreation Commission and the department, I'd like to present Mike with his plaque of appreciation. I'll read that plaque for you. And Mike. So the plaque reads, "In grateful appreciation, Michael Cordisco, congratulations on your retirement from the Port Jervis Recreation Department. Thank you for your more than 40 years of outstanding contributions, tireless service, and positive impact you have made on our recreation programs. Your efforts have built a stronger, healthier, and more connected community. Presented with deep gratitude by the Port Jervis Recreation Commission and Director of Recreation, this date August 24th, 2026.
I would like to present this certificate of appreciation on behalf of myself and the Port Jervis City Council. In recognition of 40 years of dedicated service to the Port Jervis Recreation Department and Summer Youth Program. Thank you for your years of commitment, leadership, dedication to the children and families of our community. We sincerely appreciate you and best of wishes in your retirement. Congratulations from the City Council and the citizens of Port Jervis. Thanks, everyone. Mike, you're free to say a few words. If anybody here would like to say a few words for Mike as well.
I just want to say it was a great run, and I worked for a lot of great superintendents of recreation, but John's been the best. Tim Simmons and I used to always joke when a new supervisor would come in and say, "We were here before you got here, we'll be here after." John outlasted him. Thank you very much.
Thank
So that concludes the presentation. If anybody would like to leave, so you don't want to sit through the local laws, paying the bills and stuff.
Without the most excitement you're gonna say.
Mike, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Mayor, was that for everyone or?
Yeah, no, the council does have to say, I just wanted to clarify
fair
that
enough.
as well as the attorneys.
Well, Mayor, you sure got out of your room.
All right, so let's try this again with the local laws one more time. I'll entertain a motion to open up local law regarding the this tax sale redemption.
Second.
Motion by Councilman O'Connell. We had a second by Councilman Lawrence Hockenberry. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
All right, so local law number 3 of 2026, which has been advertised, public hearing, just to remind everybody, is to amend Article 6, Section C6-24 in regards to the tax sale process. And basically, this is to amend the interest that's collected to just on what's owed on the building, not the excess bid that's conducted at the tax sale.
Right.
Which really puts a hurt on people who are trying to redeem their properties. So we wanted to fix that.
Okay. Any discussion, Corporation Counsel or the council itself?
Well, certain language was stricken, specifically the amount from the date of said certificate is proposed to be stricken with interest thereon from the date of any such payments. So as Councilman Piccarello said, this is going to cut down on properties being artificially bid up for purposes of earning more interest on the tax certificates. And so we're trying to clean that up a little bit.
Any from the council? Hearing none? None from the public? I'll make a motion to close.
Motion to close.
Councilman at Large, second by Councilman Piccarello. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Second public hearing for tonight is local law amending Tri-State Commerce District uses. I'll turn it over. I'll entertain a motion to open the public hearing.
Motion.
Councilman Rose, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Dennison. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Councilman Piccarello.
All right, just as a reminder, this local law would amend Chapter 535 of the City Code in reference to the open use requirements, the tables therein, and the allowed uses. When they made this specific zone, they had not allowed for any residential, and what this would do is it would allow for multiple dwellings as an accessory use in the Tri-State Commerce District.
Okay. Any discussion, Corporation Counsel or anybody from the council?
No, I think that pretty much.
Pretty cut and dry. Any from the public? The public just walked out the door. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to close the local law public hearing. Councilman Rhodes, second by Councilman Piccarello. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion carries. Okay, moving on to public comment, 5-minute limit per person. Laura Meyer.
I'm going to speak tonight, it's not working, regarding the Delaware River Cardboard Boat Regatta we had this past Saturday. It was a tremendous success, but I first want to give a big shout out to Sharon and Stan Siegel for commemorating the event. Stan's probably going to end up with a foot fungus the amount of time he was standing in the river.
The fish were biting my feet.
But thank you very much. But we had 14 cardboard boats participate in the race. The fastest time actually went to an 18-month-old baby and her father, which was amazing. I think they did it in 2 minutes, 8 seconds, and 0.2 of a second. We're really proud of them. We were all really worried about the little girl, but she was waving as they went by. So, but I'd like to thank some people that, of course, helped put the event together. And if I forgot anybody, please, I apologize. From the tourism board, Mike Meyer, Nikki Jones, Teresa Ballot, Tammy Predmore, our boat inspector, David Garcia. I want to thank the Port Jervis Fire Department Special Operations dive team. Thank you, Tim Simmons, for all your assistance. I want to thank the 2 young men at the launch for not letting me drown. I appreciate it and letting me get a second chance after I fell off my raft. And I drank some water. Thank you to the Port Jervis Ambulance Squad and the Police Department for also being there. I'd like to give a special thank you to Michelle Taylor from Neversink Media Group. She donated her time from the radio station to come to the event. She just loves it. And she did the announcement of the race, and it was great, and I hope she comes back again next year. I want to thank all our great vendors who are also there, and I would like to also give us a few else special shouts to Chip Esteens for being our boat regatta mascot of sorts. He was a giant crab. I said lobster, he says no, I have 4 legs, I'm a crab. Mike Ward, Tom Fagione, Sean Cunningham from Port Jervis Tent Rental, and the Hudson Blue Band. And thank you for everyone who came out to support. We had a huge crowd cheering everybody, every contestant on, and all our people who participated who did great. They made beautiful boats. A lot more made it this year. A few failed. I was one of them. I didn't reach my goal, but I may try again next year. God willing. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Okay, we have no executive session tonight. Approval of minutes, the August 10th, 2026 Common Council meeting minutes.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Rhodes, second by Councilman O'Connell. Any discussion? You were here. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries. We have 1 abstention, 2 abstentions. Okay. Motion passes.
Okay, give it, what do we got? We got 8 here tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
We're good. All right, moving on to regular business code committee, Councilman Picarello.
All right, we'll do the easy one first. Make motion to accept the monthly report from the building official for the month of July, 2026.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Okay. As far as the first public hearing from tonight, local law number 3, we had declared that a type 2 action under seeker with no environmental effect, so therefore I'd make a motion now to adopt local law number 3 of 2026, amending Article 6, Section 6-24 in reference to the tax lien sale.
That's an amendment of the charter.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Councilman Gurley, a second by Councilman Siegel. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, and local law number 4 was an unlisted action under seeker. All the proper paperwork has been submitted. Responses from Port Jervis Planning and Orange County Planning have issued no significant
No countywide impact.
I'll make a motion to make a negative declaration under seeker for local law number 4 of 2026.
Negative declaration, finding that there are no adverse environmental impact with respect to the change to the tri-state commerce zone, allowing accessory uses. One of the accessory uses is multifamily dwellings.
Second.
Second by Councilman Lawrence Hockenberry. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
And I make a motion to adopt the amendment for local law number 4, 2026, in connection with section 535-89 of the Port Jervis City Code.
Second by Councilman O'Connell. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Next, I have a resolution. Whereas there's been introduced before the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis a law entitled the Local Law Repealing Section C4-9 of the Charter of the City of Port Jervis entitled Extraordinary Expenditures. Whereas Common Council wishes to schedule a public hearing for September 14th, 2026 at 6:30 PM to consider the adoption of the foregoing proposed local law. Whereas the proposed local law is listed as a type 2 action under section 617-5C26 of seeker and is not subject to further review under seeker. Now therefore, it is hereby resolved that a public hearing be held in the Common Council of September 14th, 2026 at 6:30 PM with respect to the proposed local law. And it's further resolved that the city clerk treasurer is hereby directed to cause notice of the public hearing to be published in the official newspaper of the city in the manner required by law and to make a copy of the proposed local law available for public inspection. I make that a motion.
Second by Councilwoman Dennison. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, the second one I do not have a resolution for, but we'd like to set a public hearing for, actually, since it's not in here. For the big abandoned bond.
We don't have it from bond council. So. Did we get anything from bond council?
No.
No, he was getting anything this week to us.
So I don't think we're in a position to set that yet.
No.
Okay. And the next code committee meeting will be held September 2nd. Here in the council chambers.
Okay. Police Committee.
Start with easy stuff. Make a motion to accept the monthly police report for the month of July, as I was not here during the first council meeting of the month.
Second.
Second by Councilman O'Connell. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
All right, I'd like to make the following resolution. I would like to make a motion for this. A resolution in Common Council of the City of Port Jervis authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with the Board of Education of the City of the Port Jervis City School District in the town of Deer Park for the school police officer program for the 2026-2027 school year, inclusive of the 2026 summer school session. Be it resolved that the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis hereby authorizes the mayor as designee to execute and deliver an agreement with the Board of Education of the Port Jervis School District and the town of Deer Park for the city's continued participation in the school police officer program for the 2026-2027 school year, inclusive of the 2026 summer school session, effective July 1st, 2026, which agreement shall be subject to the review and approval of the city's corporation council as to form and content. I make that a motion.
Second.
Second by Councilman Rhodes. Any discussion on the SRO contract?
I reviewed them and they're acceptable.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
I would like to make you should have all received an email from the police chief with an explanation of all of this. So at this point, after consideration from the police committee, I'd like to authorize the creation of a second canine position for an explosive firearms detection canine. Make that a motion.
Second.
Second by Councilman O'Connell. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.
Are we working with the
Yep.
Mayor Lynch.
Um,
Mayor Lynch.
yeah, it's,
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to authorize the purchase of an explosive firearm detection canine. And just for your information, the majority of that funding comes from grant funding from DA Hoover, from our asset forfeiture and already budgeted money. So I'd like to make that a motion.
Do we have a cost, just for the record?
I don't.
Generally, it's gonna be somewhere, I would authorize,
It's between 7,500 and 9,500.
I was gonna say authorize up to 10,000, that's
Yeah.
exactly the correct number.
At a cost not to exceed 10,000. I'll add my motion.
Second by Councilman at Large Huckleberry. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? That motion carries.
Are we also at this time, Councilman, doing the expenditure for the vehicle upfit? Or not yet?
Not yet. We're a ways out from that. so.
Yeah, we
Okay.
still gotta
We
vote
will.
for that.
Because that'll have to be a separate approval.
Mhm.
Okay. Vehicle. All right, I have one more. I'd like to authorize the chief to appoint an officer to the explosive firearm detection canine position, and for the city to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the PBA for said position, all upon a review of corporate counsel and their agreement.
As well as Labor Council for the MOA.
Labor Council with the MOA.
Second.
Second by Councilman O'Connell. Any discussion?
We stopped to determine the schedule, is that what? Right?
We pretty much have it ironed out. It's, the detention canine, the drug canine will stay on the split shift from 7 PM to 3 AM. And then the, firearm and explosive detection dog will stay in their normal rotating shift between days and 3 to 11.
That all needs to go, and you calling it that an MOU or MOA? What did you refer to it as?
I called them,
Schedule, do we even need an agreement? We're not
What's
doing
that?
this- We're not doing a schedule change.
But if you're adding it.
we're adding it, it's a whole new position.
If you're adding a second canine officer, you need to have it memorialized with the shift and how it's gonna work.
Very good.
With the officer's agreement that he's going to be responsible for,
Yep, for the dog, maintenance of the dog.
I mean, city pays for it, but he's gonna have to be the point person on it as well.
Okay.
And I'll make that a motion.
Second.
Second by Councilman Large Huckleberry. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Planning and zoning and recreation. Councilman O'Connell.
Got it. At the August 18th planning board meeting, the board extended the public hearing for the proposed mixed-use project at 3739 Pike Street to September 15th, subject to the applicant submitting revised site plans and documentation regarding their absence. The board also reviewed a revised proposal for the former Flogene property at Water Street, now consisting of 5 residential duplex lots while keeping the creamery in its parking area. The proposed parking lot, the urgent care Little Pediatrics property at 69 Fowler Street, was reviewed with a public hearing scheduled for September 15th. The board also unanimously approved proposed local law number 4 regarding the zoning bulk requirements and accessory uses. The planning board will next meet on Tuesday, September 15th at 7 PM in the council chambers. Zoning has not met this month. The board will next meet on Tuesday, September 1st at 7 PM in the council chambers. I would like to thank John Fagione in the Recreation Department for setting up the trip to the Bronx Zoo a couple weeks ago. My family and our friends had a blast. Plus, my daughter Michaela learned so much about all her favorite animals. A couple highlights that come to mind were her coming face to face with a baboon. She was so intrigued when it mimicked her facial expressions. Also, she couldn't stop laughing when the pigeon pooped on her father's ear during lunch. Anyway, we can't wait for next year. We will most definitely be going.
Can't wait for next.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's great.
That's supposed to be next year.
That's supposed to be
You
good.
loved it.
All right.
Okay, recreation update. The youth center recreation room is closed the rest of the summer as staff prepares the room for the upcoming school year. It will reopen the first day of school. On Thursday, September 3rd, 2026, our recreation room school hours are as follows. Monday through Thursday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. and Fridays, 2 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. West End Beach is now closed for their season. Swimming is prohibited. The splash pad at Church Street Park is still open daily between 11 to 7 p.m. and will be open through Labor Day weekend. The renovation project at Church Street Park has begun. The tennis court area is now closed and will remain closed. The basketball court and splash pad remain open until further notice. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation. All special events this year include the Big Orange 10-mile 10K race on October 18th, the 78th annual Halloween parade on October 24th, and the New York Jets football game trip on October 25th. The next Recreation Commission meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, September 9th at the Youth Center. And I have a resolution. A resolution of the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis authorizing the signing and submission of a financing commitment letter to subsidize the costs of the Church Street renovation project that are not covered by the previously awarded CREST grant. Whereas the City of Port Jervis has been approved by the state to receive a Community Resiliency, Economic Sustainability, and Technology Program, CREST grant number 30302, to be undertaken, administered by the Dormitory Authority of the State of New York for the purpose of undertaking renovations of Church Street Park, including but not limited to the demolition of existing tennis courts, basketball court, and hitting a wall area. 2 new tennis courts, 4 new pickleball courts, and 2 new basketball courts will be constructed. And whereas DASNY is requiring the city to provide a commitment letter confirming that the cost to complete the project in approximate amount of $440,000, which are not covered by the CREST grant, will be funded by the city. And whereas the Common Council intends to issue a bond for multiple ongoing improvements, including those which constitute the project, and said bond will cover the cost to complete the said project. And whereas the Common Council believes that it is appropriate to issue a commitment letter required by DASNY with respect to the project. Now, therefore, it is hereby resolved that the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis is hereby authorizes the mayor or his designee to complete, sign, and submit a commitment letter to the Dormitory Authority of the State of New York confirming that the cost to complete the project, an approximate amount of $440,000, which are not covered by the CREST grant number 30302, will be funded by the city as part of an upcoming bond package, and it is further resolved that the mayor or his designee is authorized to submit any other necessary documentation to DASNY in connection with the Church Street CREST grant process. I'd like to make that a motion.
Second.
Second by Councilman Siegel. Any discussion?
I'll defer any questions that I have.
In the sake of time. All those in favor?
I left that part.
All those opposed? That motion carries.
That is all I have, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Tourism, Councilwoman Azara.
Thank you, Mayor. The Tourism Board would like to thank everyone who joined them on Saturday, cheering on all the participants at the Delaware River Cardboard Boat Regatta and Beach Party. A special thank you to everyone who continues to support the Tourism Board and the Port Jervis Fire Department's Special Operations Dive Team. The 33rd Annual Fall Foliage Festival will be held downtown on Sunday, September 27th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Applications are available for vendor participation with a deadline of August 27th. You may pick up or drop off forms at the city clerk's office between the hours of 9 to 4. The next tourism meeting will be held on Tuesday, September 8th at 7 p.m. here in the council chambers, and that's all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Fire and Emergency Management, Councilman Rhodes.
Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing tonight, Mayor, for fire, thank you very much.
Outstanding. IDA, and Finance, Councilman Owen.
Could have tipped me off to that, and I would have been ready. IDA did have a meeting recently. There's no progress or updates to report on the two main projects that are currently being brought before the city and the IDA board. ADA has not met lately. Under finance, we have bills to be paid of $759,593. We have $407,000 in the general fund, $78,000 in the water fund, $16,000 in the sewer fund, $130,000 in the capital fund. Trust and agencies, $127,000. Again, the total $759,593. Some of the larger bills in the general water and sewer funds are Appalachia for $13,905. New York State Employees Health Insurance for $361,878. Collier's Engineering and Design for $16,785. CSEA Employee Benefit for $8,336. The Capital Fund MHE Engineering for $128,000. FAR Engineering for $1,125, and Carol Gallagher for $850. And I make a motion that we pay the bills.
Second.
Second by Councilman Rhodes. Any discussion on the bills? All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries.
The other item on the agenda is the approval of the certified or adjusted base proportions pursuant to Article 19 RPTL, and that's the annual assessment that's being submitted from our, thank you, yes. I was looking for a total, but I'll make a motion that we accept the report for the 2027, right? Because this is prior and current.
Yeah.
Oh, right here, reference roll and the levy roll. Make it a motion.
Second.
Second by Councilman Lord Hockenberry. Any discussion? All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries.
And that's all I have, Mayor.
All right. CDA, Councilwoman Dennison.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll be short and sweet. The Port Jervis CDA last met on July 22nd at the Rec Center. The CDA will next meet this Wednesday, August 26th at 7 p.m. here in the council chamber. And that's all I have, Mayor.
All right. Housing Veterans PJTV 23, Councilman Siegel.
Thank you, Mayor. The last meeting of the Housing Authority was held on August 18th. Next meeting is scheduled for September 15th at 6 p.m. at Hillside Terrace. The Port Jervis Senior Club current membership meeting is at 1 p.m. on the second and fourth Wednesday of each month at VFW 161 on Owen Street. We're still looking for veterans without homes for Rumshock Village. If you know someone who is, or if you are a veteran without a home, please keep the calls coming at 845-248-1622 or 248-1743. Veterans, you can view lab results and manage your VA benefit overpayment debts directly in the VA Health and Benefits app. Download the app to easily and quickly manage your health care and your benefits from your own phone. And the senior picnic, Senator Skoufis has an annual picnic, which is the Western Orange Senior Picnic. Is Wednesday, September 16th at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Shannon Park in Slate Hill. And there is no detour this year, so everybody should be able to get there without any problems. Again, that's Wednesday, September 16th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Shannon Park in Slate Hill. And PJTV, your public access TV station, is pleased to announce that as we continue to convert our archives to digital format, and as we continue to record current programming, all the videos can be found on Spectrum TV Channel 23, YouTube at PJTV 23, Facebook at PJTV23, Sincerely Sharon Hometown, and pretty soon on PJ23.org. I'd like to take a moment to congratulate Paul Hamilton on the 25th anniversary of Orange West Realty. And today's inspirational quote in recognition of Labor Day is, "Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way you will be truly satisfied is that what you believe is great work, and only way to do great work is to love what you do." And that's Steve Jobs. And that's it.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
DPW Councilman Laura Chockenberry.
Thank you, Mayor. Garbage and recycling for the weeks of August 21st, August 24th, and August 31st will be on its normal schedule. For the week of September 7th, garbage and recycling will be picked up one day late due to the Labor Day holiday. 2026 garbage schedule is available on the city website at www.portriversny.gov or by emailing the DPW office at dpwclerk@portriversny.gov. Bag leaves and brush will be picked up every Monday. If they don't get to it, pick it up on Tuesday. If they still don't get to it, give them a call and somebody will come by. The city dump is open 7:15 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. every Saturday. For City of Port Jervis residents only, dump tickets are available at the city clerk's office downstairs in this building. In-house blacktop repairs in all wards is ongoing. If you see something that you feel is in need of repair, please contact the DPW office at 845-858-4001. Street sweeping continues in all wards. Mainline sewer spot repairs have begun. That's regarding our sewer grant money for the EFC loan. You see those guys out and about. They did some work out in front of City Hall here. They'll be around the city replacing manholes and then start on the sewer lines themselves. Pike Street underpass maintenance and cleaning repairs have been done and they are ongoing. I have several resolutions. I did not write these, so I apologize
In advance?
in advance. They were written by the city attorney. If anybody wants to take it up with him, but here goes.
You can just, Councilman, you could just do the result, the title of the resolution.
Okay, resolution authorizing MHE Engineering, DPC, to prepare bid documents for the DPW fueling station project. Now therefore, it's hereby resolved. Common Council of the City of Port Jervis hereby authorizes MHE to review the city's concept plans and project scope and to prepare the plans, specifications, and public bid documents for the DPW fueling station project, together with the bidding phase services described in MHE's proposal agreement, and it is further resolved that the compensation payable to MHE for such services shall not exceed $20,000 plus authorized reimbursement expenses without further approval of the Common Council, and it is further resolved that the construction phase services are not authorized by this resolution and shall require separate authorization by the Common Council, and it is further resolved that the mayor is hereby authorized to execute an agreement with MHE consistent with this resolution in a form acceptable to the Corporation Council and to take all actions reasonably necessary to effectuate the purpose of this resolution, and it is further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately. I'll make a motion to pass this resolution.
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Dennison. Any discussion?
So this is to relocate the fuel pumps in order to put up our new DPW administration building. That's what this is for.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Next, resolution of the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis authorizing the continuation of professional engineering services by FAR Engineering and the issuance of a request for proposals for engineered services for the City of Port Jervis Reservoir Number 1 dam, spillway, and water transmission infrastructure improvements. Now it is hereby resolved that the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis hereby authorizes the mayor to continue an engagement of FAR Engineering under the city's existing agreement to provide professional services in connection with the engineering RFP process for the project. And it is be it further resolved that the scope of services shall include but not be limited to updating and preparing the engineering RFP, assisting the city with distribution of the RFP, qualified engineering firms reviewing submitted proposals, assisting with any interview authorized by the city, and providing a recommendation concerning their selection of an engineering firm. And be it further resolved that the compensation of fire engineering for such services shall be at the rate of $110 per hour pursuant to the existing agreement not to exceed $20,000, subject to review and approval by the clerk treasurer and available appropriations. And be it further resolved that the selection of the engineering firm and the award of the contract arising from the RFP and the authorization of any related expenditure shall be subject to further approval by the Common Council. And be it further resolved that all actions taken pursuant to this resolution shall comply with New York State General Municipal Law and the city's procurement policy, applicable New York State Homes and Community Renewal and Department of Environmental Conservation requirements in any applicable grant and funding conditions, and be it further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately. I'll make a motion to approve that resolution.
Is it two different? Yeah, that's okay. Do that one and then this one next.
Besides that one. So I made a motion to approve this resolution.
Second.
Okay, we got a second by Councilman Oni. Any discussion? So just so everyone is aware, this also, it ties into our ongoing project that we are currently in the engineering and planning stages of with Risk and Community Development Agency for Reservoir Number 1, the dam, the spillway, as well as the water mains that run underneath them. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Finally, resolution of the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis authorizing the issuance of a request for proposals for professional engineering services in connection with the City of Port Jervis Reservoir Number 1 dam spillway and water transmission infrastructure improvements. Now therefore, it is hereby resolved that the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis authorizes the issuance and publication of requests of proposals for professional engineering services for the City of Port Jervis Reservoir Number 1 dam spillway and water transmission infrastructure improvement that will bring the City of Port Jervis Reservoir Number 1 dam spillway and water transmission infrastructure improvements project to 90% design. And be it further resolved that professional engineering services to be solicited shall include final design, permitting, and such related services as are more particularly set forth in the RFP. And be it further resolved that the RFP is authorized to be issued and publicized on or about August 25th, 2026, for the proposals to be received on or about September 22nd, 2026, subject to such non-material adjustments to the schedule as may be necessary. And be it further resolved that the mayor, clerk treasurer, and such other city officials as may be necessary are authorized to finalize and distribute the RFP, receive the proposals, and take all other administrative actions necessary to carry out the intent of this resolution. And be it further resolved that the selection of an engineering firm and the award of any contract arising from the RFP and the authorization of any related expenditure shall be subject to further approval of the Common Council. And be it further resolved that all actions taken pursuant to this resolution shall comply with the New York State General Municipal Law and the city's procurement policy, applicable New York State Homes and Community Renewal and Department of Environmental Conservation requirements, and any applicable grant and funding conditions. And be it further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately. Make a motion to pass that resolution.
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Dennison. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? That motion carries.
And I am out of breath, I have one more.
Outstanding. Good job. I only have a few things. First, I want to start off by congratulating our now former county legislator, Tom Fagione, on his new position within the County Parks Department. And I want to thank him for the 11 years that he faithfully served the city of Port Jervis, as well as the town of Deer Park and Mount Hope and now Greenville. Tom, we thank you for always championing a city and being an excellent county partner to work with. And good luck on your new endeavor. The city, I've announced this a couple times, the city will be hosting an electronics recycling event. It will be held Saturday, September 12th, 9 a.m. through 3 p.m. This will be held on the Orange County Transfer Station on Towpath Road in Port Jervis. For more information, you can call the Department of Public Works, 845-858-4001. This is free to all City of Port Jervis residents. You just must show your ID. We'll get this up on our Facebook. This is also posted within City Hall. This flyer illustrates dictates what the accepted materials are, as well as what they are not going to be able to collect at that. So again, September 12th, 9 a.m. through 3 p.m., the electronics recycling event here in the city. And that is all I have.
1 second, please.
Yes, sir.
No, but the local law we did regarding mandatory referendum on resolutions, you recall we spoke about that when we prepared the local law.
Yes.
We set a public hearing regarding extraordinary expenditures. But I'm just wondering if that was the wrong charter site. Just give me a second, please.
No, he's looking for the concept.
You just throw us up on your window tonight or tomorrow. Yeah. So I can see that walking in.
Some of your stuff, Maria, will do the same.
You're not asking me for anything. You're not asking me for anything, are you? Okay.
Yeah, we meant to, there's 2 charter revisions. There's, yeah. We set the public hearing for
9/14/26.
4-9, which is extraordinary expenditures. But we didn't set public hearing for C-10-1, which is the mandatory referendum on bond resolutions. That's the one I'm talking about.
I'll just do this now.
We already did,
Which local law is this?
that would be, we did 4 tonight, number 4. So, but no, we also set a public hearing for,
The other one, number 5.
5
this is gonna be introductory local law number 6. I just think the citation.
631 or 632, Jason? Do you remember what your last 2 local laws were for the time?
630 was the other.
630 was for 5.
631.
That's what we started.
I'll turn it back to you.
Extraordinary expenditures is C-49, which were, said that, and we also, that would have to do with, like, the bank.
It's all there. It's all
We
there.
also have C-10-1 is for bond resolutions and mandatory referendum, something that's working on Stacy, if the bond is, we're proposing to amend the charter where if the bond is more than 5 million.
What's the second one? I see all that was a referendum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
So it had to be for Stacy before we set up public hearing? No. So you told me all this.
All right. Let's. All right.
Wait, just Stacy, this is amending the charter, it's not going out the bond, we have to wait to go out the bond, this is to amend the charter.
Right.
No, that we can do, we can't do the bond resolution itself, that's what Stacy's talking about.
That's what I was doing when this happened.
All right. So let's. My comments are through for tonight. I'm gonna turn the floor back over to Councilman Vicarello to, the introduction of local law number 6 of 2026.
One moment. Yeah, I can. It's right here. Alright, so back to code, I would like to set a public hearing, we have to declare the, take two action first? No. Okay. Set a public hearing for local law number 6, 2026, which would amend the city charter, section C 10-1, and it would make the charter to read that, because it's a little vague now, any bond in the principal amount exceeding $5 million to be subject to a mandatory referendum. And I'd like to set that public hearing for the council meeting of September 14th at 6:31 p.m.
Second that.
Second by Councilman Siegel. Any discussion?
That would be for funds that are in the interest of public safety.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. I will entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Motion by Councilman at Large Hockenberry, second by Councilman Rhodes. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Local law number 5 at 6:30. Yeah, we were on 2 different pages.